Welcome everybody to another episode of Uneducated Takes. I'm your host with the most, Juan Bread. Glad to welcome you all to another episode.
Another Juan.
All right, we're canceled. Terrible jokes. Honestly, the Juan jokes, they just, they get me every time.
There's a limited amount.
You know what? My thing is more so that there's not new ones. And then everybody comes up to me like, I got another one, and you've never heard it, and they're like, Juan in a million, and I'm like, come on, guy. Come on, what do you think this is?
Heard that a million times.
Dude, it's all the time, and I feel like I like when someone gets creative. Every now and then I get one that, catches me by surprise. Shout out to Gio. Every now and then, Gio gets me with a good one, all right?
Come up with one. By the end of this episode, I'm half one.
All right, we'll see if you can figure it out. But you know what I mean? If it's a terrible one, we're going to clown you hard.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll think of one.
Right. See? Terrible.
Yeah.
Co-host, as always, the heavyweight champion, REG. And the host with the most, this Justin.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are back.
Yes.
I know you'll probably be here every single time, but, it's good to be here. I don't know about you guys, but I look forward to these episodes.
Yeah, me too.
I know I'm a degenerate and I watch UFC every single week, and I usually see you guys at least once a week.
Bro, trust me, this last weekend, I was lost.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just chilling. I don't know. I'm becoming that degenerate that I.
It's you start like craving it. It's weird because you just get so used to every Saturday you're like, where the fights at? Where the fights? What time are the fights? And then you're like, all right, bet they're coming on. And then when they have a bye week that, at least with other sports, there's another team you can watch. It's rarely that there's another organization you could just be like, yo, let me just see what they got going on. A lot of places don't do the same day as the UFC on purpose. You know what I mean? They gotta watch out for that. Nobody's gonna watch.
Competition, exactly.
But though there's nothing else really to watch. You gotta figure out something else.
I put Ultimate Fighter on season 2.
Yeah, you gotta get your fix somehow.
I need something.
You gotta get your fix somehow. I feel like I like that they have other things throughout the week. Like they have Contender Series on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
And then the Ultimate Fighter, when it's in season, they'll have that every now and then. But if there's a Saturday where there's no fights, I don't know who I am anymore. And, I could be a good person, probably, hang out with my girlfriend, go out, touch the grass or something. But who wants to do that?
Saturday?
On a Saturday, Modelo's and the boys. I don't know, man. I feel like that's all I need with the fights, and we're good. But unfortunately, no fights this past weekend.
Yeah.
Going forward,
I was lost too, bro. But you know what? The weekend before, I was really lost on my parlay. O'Malley, bro.
Yo,
come on, bro. Messed up my whole parlay, bro.
Dude, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, an O'Malley, I don't know if you are, man. That was a rough one. I know that you were texting me the whole time. You were like, and another one hit, and another leg hit, and then that O'Malley one just really played you hard.
It's it seems like all these they'll be becoming superstars, great strikers. And all the greatest strikers get taken down by some wrestling motherfucker.
I mean, you gotta know that's a mixed martial art. It's a part of the game. If you're
it's in the name,
dude, if you're going against anybody that has any sort of wrestling background, that should be your number one priority is working on the takedown defense. I would assume that he definitely put his work in and definitely tried, but
you didn't expect.
I don't know, the fact that it's weird to me that people thought that he looked off that night. And then on top of that, he was just like, no, I was perfectly fine. I was fine. Everything was okay. And then after that,
it looked like it.
A day or two after, he's like, no, I was fine. Honestly, great camp, good weight cut, nothing weird. He gets surgery for an injury that he had going into the fight. And I was like, all right, maybe you weren't perfectly okay.
Yeah, right. Maybe that's definitely
the shame of the parlay.
That's the same thing with
Leon. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Yeah. Leon Edwards, too. That's the same thing that happened to him. Striker, fucking.
Yeah, and then he just to be fair, Bilal was putting the hands on him too.
Oh yeah.
Bilal was pressuring him like crazy and was just not letting him get away. So it was a mix of both. But I get what you're saying.
They both were kind of off. It was just.
It's going up against Khabib and not practicing takedown defense. You know what you're signing up for. Merab's whole lineup of moves. If you were to have him on Street Fighter, it's the same thing with a different button. Takedown, and the same kind of takedown too.
What do you think he's gonna do? Takedown.
Come on, he's going to go for the takedown. The whole thing with him is he's going to...
What if it's not even... You can't even stop it. It's starting to look like
you're going for a ride.
You think you're wrestling, you're practicing against these fucking amateurs in your camp. All of a sudden you come across Merab or freaking...
I think that's the cool part about the sport, though, is that you got to figure it out. It's all a puzzle. And, there are some strikers that have been able to figure out... Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren. Everybody and their grandmother, when is Ben Askren going to take him down? When is he going to get him? The moment he grabs him, he's going to take it to the ground. It's going to be a boring fight. Fight starts, 6 seconds in, flying knee to the face, fight over. Jorge Masvidal is the winner. You got to figure it out. You know what I mean? Bro. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. You know what I mean? And you just have to have the will. And I guess he did not. I don't know. If you practice, I feel like, I don't know. I can't even speak because it's not like I haven't been there before, but I feel like there's the way you analyze it. He does the same thing in every fight.
Yeah,
it'd be different if he was like
tapes, bro.
Yeah, it'd be different if he was more of a balanced fighter. But my guy, he's literally known for one thing. And then the worst part is, it's not like a Khabib in the same thing, like where it's a takedown and then he's gonna finish you right away. Yeah. No. This is like for either 3 rounds for 15 minutes or 5 rounds for 25 minutes. He's just gonna keep taking you down multiple times. He's gonna keep trying. So you know what he's gonna do. I don't know. I feel like that's how good he is, though. Yeah. Like, we're gonna flip the coin, and I'm not shit talking Merab here. Yeah. Shout out to Merab. That was dominance.
That was a good performance.
Google it, dominance. Merab's pictures right there, like. 25 minutes of pure excellence. Never took his foot off the gas, in his face the entire time. Takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown. Smothered him.
But I wouldn't say O'Malley.
Kissed his back, which I thought was a little weird. But
that was.
Yeah, the whole kiss his back.
We're going to let that go, I guess. I don't know. Shout out to the champ.
I guess. The ref was like, hey, stop that. That was it.
Get out of here.
I wasn't a fan of that. That was a little weird.
It was weird.
Yeah, he already knew he won at that point.
No, for sure. I mean, I feel like there's a certain point where you have to be a little careful because even at the end of like round 5, he did get hit with a pretty bad body shot. So at any point in time, you can get your lights clipped. But I think he had it's like a level of confidence. He went into that fight where he was like, I got this.
Yeah, straight.
I'm smooth. I'm good.
Sunned him, bro. It was like, after you kiss his back like that, how did it look up? Yeah, come on.
I feel like, you got to be in a position where you are like dominating for you to feel that comfortable to do that.
It's like straight up.
It's like when people start dancing and they're in the octagon. You're like, you got to be a little careful with that one. You got to be really sure you have this one in the bag before you get
Stop putting the hands down like Anderson Silva get knocked out.
Yeah.
Disappointing. Yeah. That one's so bad.
That confidence will get you.
That's I mean, I get it. You have to be a certain level of crazy and confident to be able to do this sport, but
he's been doing this thing though on social media too.
He's the funniest guy. I told you guys a few episodes. You have to follow Merab. Like he is.
Oh yeah.
He is so funny.
He dove into the ice.
Sean. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad.
What are you doing?
He thought it was thinner ice. He was trying to be like cool and to be like an ice bath, and he dove head first into a fully frozen lake and just got. I think he was like a big cut like right here in his head.
Oh my god,
it's pretty bad. But he's really funny. Sean O'Malley put out a thing like after the fight where he at first was like super humble. He was like, he beat me. And then afterwards he went full Chael Sonnen and it was just like, nah, he didn't beat me, undefeated. I'm the champ. He said he won rounds 1, 3, and 5, and I'm like, all right. But then Merab immediately put out a video where he's like driving and he like crashes into like Sean O'Malley and it's like a toy Sean and like a small Lambo that's like the exact one that he has. Yeah. He's just so funny, man. Like, he just comes up with the
dumbest. That's what you gotta do. You need to like
you gotta embrace
social media presence for your fans. And stuff.
Well, I was listening to a podcast the other day where they were talking about like he has, or I wouldn't say has to, but I guess it makes sense. Like he has to put that much effort into that because his fighting style is so boring.
Oh yeah.
Like you watch a Merab fight, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like it's if you're really into the sport, it's entertaining to see him get the takedown so many times and be able to.
If you're looking for a knockout.
No, if you're a casual viewer, you're just looking for a knockout. You're gonna be so bored. Yeah. Like all you're gonna just see is just basically to do wrestling the entire time, and it's not really. Like I said, he's not. I keep comparing him to Khabib because Khabib was the guy who was the wrestler, but he would take you down and maul you like a bear.
Yeah,
he's either gonna choke you out or he's gonna beat you to death. Like it's one or the other. You're giving up either which way. He likes you and he wants you. You know what I mean? Fill in the rest. All right. So getting on to the card. So guys, today we're going to talk about UFC 307 coming up October 5th.
Can't wait.
Main event, we got Khalil Roundtree versus Alex Pereira.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, I love seeing
the moment this one got announced. Listen, this one's going to be we're going to go over the fights, but I'm going to say this off rip.
Yeah.
I will not pick anybody in the main event. I cannot pick either or in the main event. I'm a big Khalil Roundtree fan.
For real.
Big supporter of Khalil Roundtree. But
Alex Pereira.
You just never know.
Come on, you can't. What do you mean?
That energy is crazy.
Yeah.
You know the dark magic coming down.
Bro, warrior,
The
bro.
dark magic.
Yo, he just has to barely touch you and you're freaking lights out.
Doug, you watch his like highlights, and I feel like the calf kick they always talk about looks like he barely like picks up his leg to throw it, and then that left hook from like hell that he throws again barely looks like there's any power to it. Everyone goes to sleep,
It's close
and
range.
everyone's legs completely just shut down. They just cannot walk anymore. Make it make sense.
Right.
I don't get how one does that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like you said, that black magic. I don't know
you
what
just have
aura
that
he got,
inner,
but
like some people are just like abnormally strong. You know, that's what
I
some
believe it,
people are
yeah.
just like oh snap, he punch like the people that like punch the like that little game.
oh yeah, like how hard can you punch it or
And
whatnot?
they break it or something. Like,
Yeah.
he's definitely one of them type.
But my thing is like look, he looks intimidating. He's a big dude. He looks like but like he does the power I guess he generates doesn't match like what he looks like. But you see like you're talking about the punching machine. You see Francis here, like that makes sense.
yeah.
That dude is like 6'4", 265 pure muscle. That makes sense. He's
Right.
a beast. You're like yeah, that makes sense. But then Alex I feel like it just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. But that's what makes him so dangerous. I feel like at first he was a little unassuming. He's a big dude. Like I said, off rip, you look at him, you're like, yeah, that's a big guy. Like you're
6'3" or something? How tall is he?
Yeah, I think he's like 6'3", 6'4". So he towers over some of the guys. But when he first came in, it was at 185. So 185 guys are like 6'1" to maybe 6'3" at the tallest. Even some guys maybe 5'11" or so.
Yeah.
So he was a big guy compared to them. Now he's fighting at light heavyweight, and these guys are a little bit bigger. So he kind of matches up a little bit more with them. Even some guys are a little bit bigger than he is. And I just feel like you don't think about it, but then you get somebody like Khalil Roundtree who's like 6'1". You're like, God, that is a large guys. I'm 6'1".
Yeah.
That's a big dude, bro.
Yeah.
That's a big dude.
Khalil Roundtree.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying, Brandon. I can't pick a favorite in this one because I just think either one could put the other one's lights out.
Yeah.
Khalil Roundtree went to Thailand to go train the mystical arts of Muay Thai. That man is with the dragon. You know what I mean? He's out here.
We should be.
He fights people like they owe him money. I will get into the card in a second. It's a lot, man. But I'm excited. As always, I'll leave it up to you guys. Are we going top to bottom or bottom to top?
Yeah, I guess top.
Talking main event and then going down, or we going first fight of the night and then going?
However y'all want to do it.
I like bottom top.
Pause. All right.
Damn, you said
Got him.
You said it first.
Yeah, but I'm the one that said it.
It's funny because I heard it. I was gonna say it. I let it slide, and then I repeat what he says, and I get caught with it.
Yeah, it's crazy,
Pause.
bro. Yeah, you better.
Yo, what's the capital of Thailand? All right, let's go.
So the first fight of the night, to start off the main card, as always, guys, I'm not really going to go into the prelims. We'll do that later on down the road.
Preliminary.
We're going to stick. It's a big road trauma. We're going to go with the first fight of the night. Opening up the main card, we got Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland. Both of them coming off a win. We got Kevin Holland coming off a submission win, and we got Roman Dolidze coming off a decision win. This is a good fight.
Yeah.
To the guys that may not know, I feel like Roman Dolidze may be a little bit more quiet under the radar. He's a great competitor. Like he's a tough dude. And to the last minute, to the last bell, he will keep fighting. Does he have a perfect record? No. I think more wins than losses, I believe. Yeah, he's 13-3. Like he's been doing good.
pretty solid
He's
still.
had, I'm not gonna lie, a few tough fights in the last couple outs he's had. I've seen him go to some wars, but he's pulled out on the other end, like still looking like he's not fully injured or anything like that, but definitely a little beat up. And then he's versing Kevin Holland, who's 26-11, big mouth himself.
Yep.
That one's gonna be, I feel like a test for Kevin. I don't know how you guys feel about him. I feel like he started off like.
I feel like he started off great, and then
He started off on a big thing because he fought 5 times during like the pandemic, and it was like huge. And then he was like getting in these big fights, but then he started fighting dudes like Hamza, and it was a problem from then on. Like he just kept getting taken down. He really could not deal with the wrestling. Even then, he started doing stuff like fighting Steven Wonderboy Thompson, saying no takedowns, only kickboxing against the kickboxer or the karate guy. And it just didn't go well for him. I don't know. Like I think he's like a Derek Lewis in the sense of like. Openly, he's like, money, like championship. If it comes, it comes. But money, get me paid. Give me big fights. Give me cool fights. I'll take those. I don't really care about like, I guess moving up in ranks. I don't know if I'd say he doesn't care, but I feel like it's more so like he's cool with just getting paid.
Yeah.
But I don't know how well of a mentality that is if you're in a sport of getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
I don't like if you're not like I'm gonna be the best.
Yeah.
You're not like that competitor. I don't know how well you do, you know?
Right? Do you even have that fire under you?
That's what I'm saying.
Because if you're just looking for the check, it's like,
Because after a certain point, like, let's be honest, like, there's one thing about like having generational wealth and whatnot, but after a certain point, you're comfortable. And then you get real comfortable and you know you're set for a minute, or you start maybe investing outside of the UFC. Like, you'll get to a point where it's like, all right, how much money do you need? Like, how long are we going to see Kevin Holland fighting? I'm not saying he's going to retire anytime soon, but I see, like, I follow him on Instagram. Great follow, by the way. He's also somebody that's hilarious. He's got cars, he's got money, he's got houses, he's got
UFC fighters.
He does well. He takes care of his family. From what I see, I don't see a reason for him to, like you said, have that fire. So I don't know. I don't know how I see this one going. I'm a fan. Yeah, no, you're not wrong, but that's the thing. You got to keep all that. That's how we see fighters that you're like, you should be gone. Like, you should be done. You're way past your prime, and they're still fighting because they need that check. Like, it's unfortunate, but like a lot of these guys don't have financial literacy or financial advice or anybody they can look out to that can help them out. So they don't know what to do with their money. They get paid. They buy.
Just fight.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's like how you see like people in music that they always end up broke, and you're like, how did you end up broke? You were making millions. They're like, yeah, and I spent that shit.
Yeah,
immediately.
Check out my
Bought
contract.
a chain.
I bought a chain, and I found out if you like the whole like custom chain is terrible for resale.
No, right. You got
The plainer you can have jewelry, the better it retains value. You learn on this episode. That's all I'm saying.
So it's big on watches too.
I'm about to call my jeweler real quick.
Yeah,
Ice out the rollie.
Apparently, immediately when you do that, it's terrible. They sell it at that point. They're buying it for pieces and like to melt it down or whatever it may be. They don't care about it anymore. But
It looks cool.
I feel like it's gonna be a good fight. I don't want to. There's another one. I like Kevin Holland, so I always want to like support him. But I feel like I got Roman Dolidze on this one. He's like, I want the belt.
Yeah.
I feel like I
agree with that one. I fought him in UFC 5. He's pretty solid.
Updates UFC 5. Go.
Yeah.
Updates. What do you mean?
How we doing in UFC 5? Last episode.
UFC 5. So Ariel Almonte, he's a middleweight fighter,
Okay.
the greatest of all time.
Of course.
He's close to retirement. He's just maybe a couple fights left.
What's the record?
Dude.
Is it middleweight? Like, are we beating GSP? Are you?
I beat everybody in middleweight.
Is it like, are you
light heavyweight? I came back down to middleweight. I beat everybody again. Like, this guy's close to 50-0, kind of like a Mayweather.
Would you say that he's like career-wise better than John Jones?
Way better.
Is this like on easy mode?
It is on easy mode. so
Caught up.
you gotta get the GOAT there. You gotta get the GOAT real quick. So his son just entered, got his first contract. Ariel
So this is
Almonte
like a
Jr.
LeBron Bronny type situation. He gets a
And
Bronny
fight
just
his
came
son.
into. So this is the Bronny and
I like
LeBron
it.
James of the UFC, and he just got his first contract after fighting in the random. I don't know what the fuck it's called, the WFO.
WFA.
Yeah. So he just got up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how he does.
Has there been like any siblings fighting in the UFC?
Nick and Nate.
Wait, they fought each other?
Fought each other?
Yeah.
No.
Well, I know like they were both in there, but
I'm going to say in MMA, I'm sure there's some obscure backyard organization that was just like, literally.
Yeah, in
That
Russia,
probably
for sure.
has some, for sure. Also bare knuckle on top of a crate.
Yeah.
Top of a
If you've
crate.
seen that video, you know what I'm talking about.
That's wild.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely been some organization that has probably done something like that, but I don't think a lot of times I find anybody that's related to each other is in different weight divisions. What's his name? Ilia Topuria, his brother, I think is either got signed or is trying to get signed by the UFC, and I think they're in the same weight class. So maybe.
Imagine.
And they were talking. They were doing like an interview. I just saw like a clip of it. But they were doing an interview where they were sitting like face to face like this, and he was like, "No, dude. Like I'm telling you, like when I make it to the UFC, I'm beating you. Like it's not even a question. He's like I'm beating you." And Ilia's just smiling at him like, "Okay." He's like, "We already know." Like he's like, "I'm not even gonna say anything. Like we know."
Who's the older brother?
I think Ilia's the older brother.
Yeah, I'm going for him.
I feel like you gotta. It's the older brother strength. You know what I mean? It's not like. I feel like there's a thing with like your dad where like you get to the age where you're like I could probably beat him up, but I feel like your older brother that never happens.
Yeah.
The mentality will never be there.
I don't know. I feel like I could take my older brother. I know you're watching.
I know you watching,
Yeah, me too.
dude. We'll set up an octagon in this studio.
I know you watch.
I know you watching. So funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So I'm going with Roman Dolidze.
Belize.
Nah, I'm going to go with Holland.
Holland. All right,
I'm going with
man.
Holland. He
Bet.
needs this one, man.
He does need this one. He does this one. Listen, like I said, I feel like a lot of these fights, not really a lot of these fights, more like one or two of them. I'm a little biased. I'm gonna be a little wishy-washy. My professional pick, as professional as I am, I'm going with Dolidze. But I'm gonna be rooting for Kevin Holland.
Yeah.
I mean, a few Modelo's deep after the prelims, I'm gonna be rooting for Holland.
These are definitely hard bets to make.
No, for sure. I don't know. We'll see. We might build a parlay or something, and we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? We'll do an uneducated take parlay. We'll see. We'll see. We'll look at the odds. All right. Next, we got Ketlin Vieira versus Kayla Harrison. Both of these fighters coming off a win.
Yeah.
I'm also very excited for this one, but that's because I'm intrigued to see what Kayla Harrison does in the UFC. Too. She's off of one win already, and she's expected to just steamroll her way to the title. Yeah. And I can't wait to see it. I think winner of this fight definitely gets a title shot against Raquel and Juliana Pena that'll be fighting later on down the card. This is the number one contender spot. I want this to be as WWE as possible. I want winner of this one to be like, I don't want any of the medicals. Bring me to the cage. I want to be ringside when the champ is fighting, and whoever wins, bring me in the cage. Like I want
right
that.
then and there.
Yeah, because my thing, like I say it all the time, like with the women's division, it's like a gap between the people that are like, I guess, very marketable and also skillful. Like they match. There's a few that are marketable, but their skills do not match. So when they need them to win the big one, they don't.
Yeah.
Versus there are some people that you can give them both. Like Kayla Harrison, put her on a poster, she looks like a champion. Like she's built, like she's jacked. Yeah. Put a belt around her, she's the champ. Like you can tell, you look at her, you're like, that's a champion, of course.
It's a future champion.
Yeah. So like, I feel like for her, somebody you need to win the big moments. It's going to be a tough test. She's got to have some obstacles along the way, and then we'll see how she does against title defenses. But as of right now, like she's expected to pretty much, like I said, steamroll through everybody. Holly Holm was her test coming into UFC 300.
Yeah, right.
She beat Holly Holmes.
The gatekeeper.
She did exactly what everybody told. Again, another person who's like, study the tape. You know what she's going to do, and just walked right into it. Judo flip. She's a gold medalist in judo. Yeah. Stay away from the judo flip.
Yeah, right.
And no, she didn't. But Kayla Harrison, I feel like, I'm putting my chips on her. Ketlin Vieira is good. Great striker, good judo. The Brazilians, you know what I mean? They be out here. Yeah. She's 14-3. She's also on a tear. She's been beating these shorties up.
Yeah.
Beating these shorties up.
Obrigado.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like it's going to be good. I think that, if I believe correctly, I think Ketlin is ranked higher. She's fought a couple of more UFC vets, whereas Kayla, 2-3. They're literally 2-3. I think Ketlin has had a couple of more UFC vets underneath her belt. Let's see. All right, maybe I lied. Oh, she lost actually to Pennington. This is breaking news. She also did beat Holly Holmes though. So I guess she lost in 2023. She lost to Raquel Pennington. So it'd be a rematch for the title if she's able to win. More reason for me to go with Harrison. Yeah. Kayla Harrison, I'm going with her, man.
I got Kayla Harrison as well. I feel like she is gonna like steamroll through the division, but
are those even?
She did good to like the last fight too. Like what?
I don't have my phone. One of you guys, DraftKings, look up the odds on that one because they don't on UFC here. They don't have the odds. I feel like it'd be crazy to think that that's a pick 'em. I feel like Kayla has to be the favorite in that one.
Yeah, I think she got it.
If I had to guess, yeah. I think it'll be something that'll bring some excitement to the women's UFC divisions. I mean, there's a couple of good fights. Like we were talking about the Sphere when we opened up the show. Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko, is all right.
Yeah, I got you.
The buildup was all right. Like, and even afterwards, like the call outs and all that other stuff, is all right. Yeah, everything was all right. It's not really a lot of excitement. There's a few fighters that when they're in there, you're like, yes, like Weili Zhang. Everyone gets excited when she fights.
Yeah.
I feel like Amanda Nunes, unfortunately, she stepped away. Tatiana Suarez is making a comeback, so she's going to be one that's going to be exciting to watch. There's a few up and comer. Manel Fior, I think I said her name right. She's an up and comer that's pretty exciting. There's a few that are making it, but again, it's those moments where it's like we need you to just get the job done here, and we could put you on the big poster. We just need you to get you get right there, and the people will be excited to watch. But I feel like now that like the Amanda Nunes are gone, Ronda Rousey, that's been over. Those big like draws, like they don't have anybody that's like
I know, right?
a star, you know. But I also think it has to do with the divisions being kind of weak. Like there's not really a lot of like competition. You kind of see the same recycled fighters over and over again. There's not a lot of like fresh young blood that's like hungry, that's doing really well. There's a few, like I said, but shout out to Amanda Ribas. You know?
So Kayla Harrison is on FanDuel is a minus 850.
Damn.
Right.
All right.
DraftKings hasn't been posted yet, but
All right. Well, I guess we know the odds.
She's
that's,
favorite.
that's the highest out of all the different types of sites.
Damn.
FanDuel, if you want to make some money.
All right. Let me put a quick bet in real quick.
Minus 850 is insane. Yeah, I'm going Kayla Harrison. I'm putting my chips in on that one.
Yeah, if they feel that way, shit. That's a lot.
Yeah, it's like, what do they know?
Yeah, right?
How many flips does she get? How many judo flips?
I'll go 3.
3 takedowns?
3, yeah.
I'll go 3.
I was going to say 3, but I'm going to say 4 now.
Okay. We'll add that to the parlay. Noted.
Four take that, 4 judo throws. That's a lot, actually. I might go out.
That's a lot.
You can do it.
No, there's only 3 rounds, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to change it to 2.
Nah, because if you think about it this way, it goes to decision. She's definitely taking her down once per round. Three's a minimum. 3's a minimum. Because I'm giving Ketlin the odds that she'll get back up at least twice.
Okay.
At least twice she'll get back up.
Yeah.
I don't know about that third time. But that time she might, because remember, Kayla Harrison, she came from the PFL. The PFL, there's no elbows allowed. UFC, like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Holly Holm was the first one to meet them. Yo, the moment she was like, oh, I can. Oh, okay. Because you don't understand, like she gets people in the position where she's just raining the elbow down on the forehead anyway. And back then she wasn't allowed to do it. Now that she gets them in the same position, I'm so sorry,
bro.
I am so
They
sorry.
taking out fucking eyebrows, bro.
They got that side control and they just fuck it.
Dude, it's
Elbows to your fucking
it's
face.
bad.
Yeah.
We'll watch the highlights afterwards. It's bad. I think that's honestly what she just started practicing when she get back. When she literally started training after UFC 300, I think it was just like, oh, I'm going to just keep doing this elbow thing and it's going to be great. Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Next on the card, we
good
got
strategy.
Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista.
Yo,
Why
Aldo still?
is Aldo back?
What year is this?
Why is... Listen, he's not bad.
He's not.
He's sharp. He's still
sharp.
on
He
his
won that last fight, right?
He's still on his thing. He went out and tried boxing. Even then, he was doing all right. I think he lost one of them. I think he fought twice. I think he lost one of them.
Sometimes fighters can't get, especially Brazilians. Think about like with Vitor Belfort or like even Anderson Silva still fights to this day.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They just can't give it up.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. My issue isn't that he's still fighting. It's more I hate that he retired and then came back.
Yeah.
They had a whole a video montage for him. They had a whole Hall of Fame package. He came out. He did that the famous video of him like crying and like running out because he was like so emotional. He's in the UFC Hall of Fame.
Feels like someone's like faking their funeral. Like,
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Everybody, I think, was
like, we mourned for you, bro.
Everyone was like, thank you for what you've done to the sport. We love you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm coming back. And it's not even like,
I thought I was dead.
Yeah, right.
no shade, but it's not even for like a title fight. Like, you know, when they'll pull out somebody just to have like a big name.
Fight just to fight, and he's not the favorite in this one.
Is he not?
No, he's actually a plus 132, plus 150.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Mario Bautista. Where's he from? Brazil? Nah,
I don't know why, but that reminded me like when Tom Brady said he was going to retire,
but Mexico.
and then they sold like his last football, and he was like, "Nope, I'm not retiring." And they made that football like worthless.
I'd be so
just
mad.
a regular football.
Yeah,
No, you could flip that and be like, this is his first retirement.
Yeah.
This is his first retirement football. That's special.
Yeah, no,
Is that-
it's not compared to his actual retirement football.
Nah, I don't know, man. I think the first
Just to say he
retirement
doesn't-
one has more of a legacy for some reason. I don't know.
Pages one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
I feel like that one has more of a legacy. There's more weight to that one.
Forget the Buccaneers.
We get the Buccaneers.
yeah.
The
Let's
Buccaneers
not talk about them now.
The Buccaneers
man.
was like him vacationing in Florida.
Yeah.
Feel me? He was just hanging out. That was just him vibing.
at the country club.
That's different. That's different. He went by his first name. He was Tom over there. You know?
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wasn't-
not Brady.
No, he wasn't Brady. No, it was different.
He was golfing.
I feel like he's just hanging out. But yeah, what the hell is Jose? Like, why is he back?
Oh man, you a fighter forever.
I guess so.
He
I don't know. Is Mike Tyson still fighting? Is he gonna fight?
That's supposed to be a
that's
thing.
still a go. I think that's November, right?
Is it?
Yeah, it got pushed back a little bit, but it's still happening. Mike Tyson says he's gonna take Jake Paul's head off. He's very confident he's gonna win.
Honestly, on a technical level, I feel like there's no way. I feel like Jake Paul can outsmart him at least.
I don't know.
Jake Paul's gonna like wait it out. He's like, let's push this back a couple more years.
He's gonna grapple. He gonna clinch up.
Yeah.
try to do some fucking dirty boxing and yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, November 15th.
I don't want to see Mike Tyson get hurt out here.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I understand he's older, but you don't want to see that legend get put out like that by Mr. Jake Paul.
That's what I'm saying. Once you already retire, like come on, bro.
But he knows that, so I know he's putting the work, and he has to, because you don't want to be looking crazy out here. Got Jake Paul knocking you out in front of everybody in the world.
Yeah, no,
it's tough, bro. It's tough.
He's only beaten he lost to the only boxer that he's fought.
Yeah. But what was the last fight when he did the exhibition? Wasn't it against Roy Jones?
Yeah, but they weren't allowed to do a whole lot on that one.
I know that was weird.
I don't know if that counts.
I did not like it.
That's what I'm saying. Just basing his last performance, he still beat Roy Jones though. Like he was looking better.
I like to think that he's gotten better. He should at least put more work in there.
Gotten older since then.
Yeah, true.
You know?
But that's just a number. Like if you training, if you on point, I don't know. You should be better. At least in the Roy Jones. That was disgusting to watch.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Like those two of my favorite fighters. Like I did not want to see Roy Jones even looking like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about those. Like I feel like if it's not going full speed, there's no point in even having it.
Exhibition.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like it was like Chael Sonnen versus Anderson Silva 2-3 whatever. When they did the boxing fight that happened in Brazil like a couple months back, they didn't even televise that. Like you couldn't watch it on streaming services. Not even like a stream could help you find it. Like literally, it was like it was for whoever paid for it. Like whoever paid to put that on, it was for them to watch. Like you just hired them to fight for you.
Wow.
What?
Like my birthday party.
Yeah, all right.
He's rich. Like I want Anderson Silva.
And they
Just picking people up.
and they weren't
That's hilarious.
they weren't really allowed to hit it. Like they were doing like body punches only, and even then it was like tap 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 tap.
Yeah,
Like it was like,
body blows in the bathroom.
It's taps, bro.
nah, there was like no power behind any of those punches. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty whack. I saw a couple of highlights, but it was like this is not it.
I know, because I've been like when I really got into like UFC, it was Anderson Silva era, and that was like amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Sad to see him like it.
I feel like everybody has their moment.
Yeah.
You don't know when their moment is, but everybody has their moment, and just enjoy that you saw the ride, because the Anderson Silva, listen, no hate.
Yeah.
The Anderson Silva that I know, not that guy.
Really?
The one that I saw him at the end. I had to go
You're
back.
talking about when he like snapped his leg?
Yeah. I just saw all, like
You know what's crazy, too?
I went back and watched the highlights.
A lot of these legends from back in the day,
Yeah.
like, well, these days losses like hurt them more. Back then, you could lose and still be known as like one of the
still the
best.
man,
It's
yeah.
like, oh, and then he'll end up fighting another fucking contender over. I feel like now it's
Come
like,
back, yeah.
like Sean O'Malley taking that loss. Like people are, oh, he ain't who we thought he was.
You know what it is? I think it
hit.
depends on the type of loss. The reason I say that is because Sean O'Malley, the thing that I heard echoed across everybody, now we know. Now we know what the weakness is. Once they find, like, that's why I think it's different if you get clipped. If you get clipped, it's like, all right, you zigged and you should have zagged.
Yeah.
You didn't get the game plan. Like, it wasn't like it was like a 15-minute beating. You just zigged and you should have zagged. When you get dominated for 25 minutes and they're doing the same thing, again, it's the same thing. It's wrestling. Effective wrestling, but it's wrestling.
Yeah.
Dude, now we know what's good. And then the thing with Sean,
Adesanya.
it's
Oh,
Marab, who's probably going to be there for a little bit, but then you have Umar Nurmagomedov that's on the way, and both of them are insane wrestlers that have beaten everybody the same way by wrestling. So if you clearly got beat that way, that's why they kind of write you off, because they're like, damn, it's different than like
Chuck Liddell used to take mad L's.
Yeah.
Or Tito Ortiz.
Yeah.
Or people like that, mad L's, and they'll just come back and knock somebody great out.
So
the next fight.
do you think that with them it's that they didn't have, like, now I feel like there's too many names. Like it's so big, like it's kind of the same thing when people are like like with social media, you just kind of get thrown so much at like once that you kind of there'll be one news story that's big for a day or two, and then in the next couple of days it goes away. You don't even talk about it anymore. Right. It's kind of the same thing where there's like the UFC doesn't really necessarily, I feel like, need a Conor McGregor because now they're just pushing out so many stars in every single weight division for the most part. That you won't really like. Your favorite fighter or some big star gets KO'd, you're like, okay. And then there's on to the next one, and there's the next big fight that comes up.
Leon Edwards was just my favorite fighter. Now now it's like Pereira.
But he hasn't even gotten a chance to fight yet again.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, how you going to, he hasn't even like.
Sean Strickland was one of my favorites at one point. Or like Pereira.
I think it's a tricky thing when they don't fight as often because then you I don't say you forget about them, but you kind of put them on the back burner a little bit.
Yeah.
I definitely do. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm like my favorites are my favorites, and when I see their name pop up, I get excited. But I understand that I'm not gonna see them very often. That's why I think like people. How do I put it? People didn't give Izzy as much respect as he needs to get. He was a champion that fought 4 times in a year. Most of these dudes fight once. When did Ilya become the champion? Ilya Taporia. When did he beat Volk? How long ago was that?
Yeah. Couple months.
Where is he? What's he doing?
Yeah. Facts.
What's happening? The Max fight is gonna happen soon. We finally got that announced, but I'm like, come on, like stuff like that where I'm like, I feel like you need a fight camp. It's usually like a few weeks or something like that. But I feel like twice, 3 times a year if you're a champion.
He defended the belt a bunch of times too. Like,
and then on top of that, it's like depends on what happens like within the fight. If you get hurt that much,
fight again,
bro. Fight again, bro.
Knock him out first round.
Yeah,
I need to see you
right back.
Yeah,
well, that's I think people like Alex a lot. Alex Pereira just was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Somebody dropped out 3 weeks notice. Fuck it.
Say less.
I'm in it. I'm there.
It's that warrior, bro.
Yeah.
Sign me up. I think that's like a cool thing. I will say you take a lot of like wear and tear on your body signing up for fights like that, but be good enough.
At the end of the day, do it while you're young.
I mean, you do have a short window.
Yeah.
That's another thing is that I think what if you're also thinking back like with rose-colored glasses, whatever the saying is, where like
wait, what's the saying?
I think it's like seeing things through rose-colored. Is it rose-colored lenses? I think it is. I said glasses, but I believe it's rose-colored lenses, which is basically like you're remembering things in a better way than they actually happen. Just because it's like you're nostalgic about it. You're like, damn, I miss the good old days. But then when you lived back in the good old days, you're like, I hate it here.
Yeah.
This sucks. I can't wait until da-da-da. You're always like, I can't wait. And then now you're like, man, bring me back because this is you think is worse than what was then. Yeah. So I think it's kind of the same thing when you're looking back and you had like a lot of good guys, but I feel like maybe at the time people were like, man, Chuck Liddell is just trash right now. Because you know who they give that to? Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson was El Cucuy. 12-0.
Yeah.
The guy to take down Khabib. The guy who was going to be the one to finally defeat Khabib.
Yeah.
Trips on some cables. There goes Tony.
Rap.
It's been a rap
weird
since
fighting style, bro.
Yeah, right?
Still pocket sand.
Yeah.
Always still pocket sand. I got Mario Batista by submission, by the way. I know we completely we completely went the other way, but I got Mario by submission. I'm gonna go real specific with it. I went quiet for a second because I was looking at this record. I was like, God, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mario too.
Listen, I think Aldo's just coming back.
Aldo's about to retire again.
Real soon. If he takes this out.
Well, that's my thing is that now his retirement is going to be like, oh, bye. Like, everyone's going to be like, okay, good, exactly. Bye-bye. Like, no one's going to really care. Not that they're not going to care. They're going to be like, you ruined it. Like, because it was.
I barely care if his fights now.
Well, that's my thing is that, like, it was cool that he retired and went to boxing. Everybody was, like, cheering him on to go over there, represent the MMA guys. But now I'm like, who cares, bro? Yeah, right. On to the next one. One I've been waiting for. Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. The Venezuelan vixen.
Oh, snap. I thought she was
That's a fire nickname. I'm not going to lie to you. I found that out earlier this year that's her nickname is. I've never heard anybody say it, but the Venezuelan vixen. I like that. That's pretty fire.
That is cool.
VVs. This is one that I think everybody kind of is going to be in the same agreement. And I kind of hope an upset happens just because I like when upsets happen. They're kind of fun. But I think everybody thinks Juliana Pena is going to win this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Me personally. One of the only people to beat Amanda Nunes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, we got to throw a little respect on her name. Just a little bit. Yeah. A little bit.
Someone I'm definitely going to bet on because she is the underdog.
Oh, that's crazy.
Which is crazy. She got a plus 150.
I throw some on that. I put a little on Juliana Pena. I got some. You know what I mean?
Why not, right?
Listen, Raquel Pennington is good, but she's definitely a part of the old guard, and I feel like I always gotta see who's more on the up and up. And I feel like Juliana Pena was on a rise, beat Amanda, immediately got the brakes beaten off her by Amanda in the rematch. Dub. Wow, I'm talking a Looney Tunes whooping. Like I'm bro.
Where was the ref?
Or is like
where was the ref?
Women fighters get freaking swolled up. Like their faces will swell.
It's bad.
They'll get like a big fucking cartoon fucking
dude, it's
like
really
put a steak on that.
put a steak on that. They gotta go real old school. Just the whole rib. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, man.
Like,
it's pretty bad. I feel like I don't know, man.
Wild.
Listen, I think that Juliana is gonna do a lot better than we think that she's gonna do, and I think she's gonna reclaim the title. I think either one of these women that win this fight is gonna get mollywopped by whoever they fight next, which is either gonna be Ketlin or it's gonna be Kayla Harrison. One or the other. I think it's gonna be Harrison. But I believe it's gonna be Kayla Harrison. I think Kayla Harrison's just gonna kind of either one of these women that win. I think she's take it. Yeah. I say she takes it, fights 2 or 3 more times, moves up in weight.
That's what I would do.
Start a new weight class.
If I was a fighter, I don't think I could get into the wrestling too much.
Why?
I'd probably lose a lot off the. I'll be like O'Malley out here, fucking getting.
Yeah, if I was a fighter, I'd go into boxing, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
As much as I love UFC, I'd go into boxing.
Grappling is something that's as a human being in general before even like getting into like the sport.
Well, that's the cool thing.
Not
I mean,
in my mind
now that like that's the cool thing about the evolution about the sport. Like now, there's people that are getting into just training in MMA.
Like if someone tried to fucking grapple on me or whatever on a street fight, then I guess I would have to. But it's not gonna be my first move.
It's one of those things good to know, but
editorial redaction. She could move up in weight. I think this is the heaviest weight division that they have for women.
Oh, she's going to the men's.
Yeah, she's going to the
she's going up.
She's cutting
going up to the bantamweight or whatever.
Crazy weight to get to this. This is she did the Olympics at 170. And that was like a few years ago. Now she's fighting at 135. That's a weight cut and a half to have.
She must have been on steroids back then.
I think she was fighting in the PFL. I think at like 140 something or 150 something.
She's jacked.
She's jacked. Well, that's what I'm saying. You see her, you're like, that's a champion.
Yeah.
Like
this is WWE champion, women's champion of the world.
She's got those 22-inch pythons. You know what I mean? Like,
China.
She's got some horse like steroids. I remember that was like a whole thing. Juliana Pena on the. What was it, the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani? She was just like, she's on some steroids. Like, I'm telling you, 100%, she's on steroids. And Ariel was like, really? She's like, yeah, I promise you. She's like, I have her on later on. I'm going to ask her about that. She was like, please do. And then later on, she was like, yeah, I was watching when she said that. And then she got real mad. She was like, it's some bull. And she just went off. She was, apparently, no, but according to her, she's natural. But then you look at her, you're like,
bro,
sure about that?
American Gladiator.
You got too mad.
Sure about that? I feel like that's some CIA hidden stuff that they put on for the Olympics.
Really eating that much protein?
Anybody that I feel like, anybody that I feel like goes to the Olympics,
can't eat that much protein.
They put them in the Olympics. I feel like there's some people that get special treatment on some stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I don't know what committee is running the Olympics. They pull them aside and they're listen. You're representing our country. We're gonna put you on a regimen. We're not gonna tell you what it is. That way you have
drink the smoothie every
plausible
day.
deniability.
Like, I didn't take steroids knowingly.
Knowingly. I feel like
I think there should be like a separate, division for that all by itself. It's like
the roid league.
Exactly, a
roid league. Every sport needs a roid league.
Yeah, I think they do. I think more people would watch.
Yeah, like if both fighters are okay with it,
because remember,
let them go all out, bro.
The UFC was just like Brazilians on steroids, and then they got caught, and also Brazilians faded away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they're back.
Joe Rogan was saying they used to do a smell test.
Yeah,
like that's what they used to do back in the day. Like, nah, you're not on steroids. Go ahead.
Yeah. I forgot what he was talking about, but there was an organization that like did not care. Yeah. Like I think it was Pride or something like that. Like they really They did not care. It's like it was like
WWE.
specific in the contract. Like they were like, we do not test for steroids. Like in big bold letters, we do not test.
So don't complain when you get beat up by fucking.
I mean, if you're
know how to
willingly,
pump.
if you know the other person's on something and you just sign up for it, I don't think that's that bad. Like you willingly know,
You knew what you signed up for.
you knew exactly what you signed up for. Like
Yeah,
you can't
you
hate.
knew, you knew the rules.
You knew the rules. I feel like if you
Take
also,
steroids.
Sometimes the
then you get
won't help
steroids.
'em.
Everybody gets steroids.
Sometimes that shit's not gonna help them.
No.
Most times though.
You gotta submit. You gotta submit that motherfucker.
Sheesh.
I feel like it would be interesting. I don't know how well it would do. I think that it would be a very interesting thing to see. But I'm pulling this up right now. One thing that I will say, I'm not a big fan of steroids. Is
no.
it, as cool as you get, it makes you look super old, and then your kind of body shuts down. I feel like kind of young.
Yeah, there's definitely side effects.
I don't know if you guys have heard of these two people individual that I'm gonna bring up right now. First guy is Mikey Musumeci, and the second guy is a guy by the name of Gordon Ryan. They are a year apart. Mikey's coming in at let's see, 28 years old. A nice 28 years old. And then we got Ryan, who's 29 years old, right? I'll see if we could put this up. So here's Mikey.
All right.
Here's Mikey.
Looks like Steve from Family Guy.
He does look exactly like Steve
Well,
from...
look, 18.
Yeah, he's 28. Come up with some respect. And again, this is Gordon Ryan, who's 29 years old, on roids, both jiu-jitsu players.
Nah, he is not no 29.
29.
God damn.
29.
God bless.
29.
Hopefully he makes it to 40.
How does he have the gray hair?
He's on...
He's already 80.
He's
that
on
picture.
all the drugs, bro. All of
Goodness.
the drugs.
That's
Look
just
at
stress,
him.
bro. That's just stress.
Is that
No, openly on
He's
steroids.
bleaching his hair?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I
that
don't.
shit
I don't know what's going
I
on.
guess that's a side effect.
Openly,
of steroids. I don't
openly, like full blown. I'm with it. So I feel like,
He looks like
does it
motherfucking-
shorten the prime of them fighting, like the length of time that? Because another thing, if you're signing up for the
So-
roid league, you're then getting punched in the face by other roided dudes, and that doesn't help your chin.
No.
that doesn't help your chin at all.
I've noticed that a lot of these fighters or athletes in general that get on steroids, a lot of them are through injury reasons to recover faster from like.
Well, I from what I've been
injury.
told, from my knowledge of steroids, I have not taken any steroids. I don't even know a whole lot. But from what I've gathered, it's a recovery aspect of it. It's not, you don't just shoot yourself up and now you're strong. No, it's just you're able to lift more, do more reps. Like you're able to just kind of be in the gym longer than other people normally can.
Yeah.
Your regular body needs time to sleep, recover, heal up the muscles and whatnot. You add a little PEDs to that. You can kind of recover a little quicker. You can get back into the gym. You can do longer workouts and put your body through more stress. I believe I have that correct. Correct me in the comments. I don't see a problem with it. I think if you're open with it, it's like everybody understands. Everybody signs up.
Right.
Everybody puts their name on the dotted line. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Go all out. We want to
Mark-
see.
Mark McGuire.
Plus, a part of it. A part of it is also like, listen, we're watching people try to be the best fighters in the world. I want to see genetic freaks.
Yeah.
I want to see superheroes in the cage doing some crazy stuff. Like,
Wait, do you think?
you want to talk about highlights? TRT, Vitor Belfort. Like, come on, that's the stuff of legend.
Do you think?
Uberim. Continue.
Like if someone's on steroids and has kids genetically,
No.
that kid's gonna be fucking
I guess it depends on what you're
strong-ass
taking.
babies.
It if it messes with your body that much, maybe.
through time. All of a sudden, we created mutants.
Well, if you go back, and
Down for
this
X-Men.
this might be a little.
Yeah.
I don't know how true this is. Again, this is uneducated. Vikings basically just they went with the best. Everything was the
I thought you were
best.
about to say they took steroids.
No, everything was the best. So when you look at like Nordic countries, everybody's like super tall, very fit off rip,
Yeah.
good looking, the whole nine. They just genetics is just crazy, but that's just cause like their back lineage is how it went. So if you're going off of that, maybe.
Yeah, because like one of like
Something
the
happened-
strongest men in the world, they would like lift logs and all that shit.
Yeah, if I did steroids, my son did steroids, his son did steroids. Like how many generations before that kid doesn't have to do steroids? He's just like that.
He's just like
he just
that.
comes out like
Even like black people, like That's the real thing. Where like slavery,
Melvin, mark this time. Continue.
slavery, they would pick the strongest workers. You know, strongest like. So that's throughout time.
I feel like if that's
the strong survive.
It's a messed up way to look at it, but I guess that could be correct. Yeah, but I don't know if steroids do the same thing because I don't know if it affects.
Yeah, I really would've used any other analogy.
I don't know if it messes with your biology like that. Like you are ripped, just stay like you're like I did steroids.
You're 5 years old and you're already a little ripped.
It could happen. It could happen.
As soon as the kid's born, I'll take off my own umbilical cord.
Yeah. Oh, you never. Yo, there's some kids you meet in high school
in the tummy.
Like, it's like, yo, you been lifted? Like, nah, I was just born like this.
Nah, you do come across a couple of people that are like that, but that's the thing with like you were saying, like over time, genetics and whatnot. I feel like you just come across some people, you're like, what?
Yeah, right.
You're just like, what? What is that? Like, bro, I remember playing like football in like freshman year. Like, I didn't get like my height until I was about like I think a junior or senior in high school.
Same.
So I'm going in like freshman year, and I'm like, bro, what are you on? Like, what are you talking about? Why? Like, bro, you've met Ivan. Yeah, Ivan's been 6'4" since 5th grade. What is he on? Like, it's insane. There's so many people that I know that are like that. But now you think about it, it's crazy. They just like off rip just came out.
Yeah. People realize like we all caught up. But Sanchez growing up was fucking just Andre the Giant to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just like
we're
happened?
Same grade, but he was just like double our height. Fucking a freak athlete, like.
And it's weird when it doesn't make like a whole lot of sense. Like I have like in my family, there's a lot of like tall guys, but then there's like every once in a while there's one that like isn't that tall.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, what happened there? And so it works the opposite way too. Like someone just gets the short end of the stick.
I don't know. Guess I'm 5'5".
Guess I'm 5'5". Yeah. That's how life happens, man. I don't know.
So why'd you pick my mom?
He's like, you're ruining it for me. Won't be in the league.
Well, yo, I think I've been doing this the last few episodes.
Yeah, you're gonna be running out, dog. Are you joking? This is not pre-planned, by the way. I don't want to assume he has cards in his pocket, but every episode we get cards in the pocket.
This is pretty good. I like this.
Yeah, this is a good little theme. Did you just grab these today?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Let's play. Say the name or take a shot.
All right, bet.
Let's see what we got. Yeah, we got some more. We got some more here.
I ain't got no problem me feeling.
Yeah, because we got a couple of these champs lined up right here.
Yeah, these some legends right here. We got some Chuck Liddell and Anderson Silva, Stipe. Some fire cards.
I have faith in my pronunciation. Yeah, I already messed up.
It's all good. It's like I feel like I was close enough.
Normally, I was trying to get those select packs, but I couldn't find them, so I got these.
Yeah, these shits are like crisp.
Yeah, straight ironed up.
Yeah, you're stuck together.
Some of the all right, maybe I lied about some of these names. Maybe I lied. These are a lot.
Someone who just won. I got Raul Rosas.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
See, I feel like I'm a fan of all these, and I don't. There's a lot of names to like sit here and go through.
No, you don't gotta go through like all the base ones. If you get a good one, I guess.
We got a Leon Edwards. We got a Jamal Hill.
You're saying a lot of easy names there. Yeah.
Francis
what?
Ganu.
There we go.
Oh, I see what you're saying. We're talking about the pronunciations.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I feel like all these are super easy.
Paulo Costa.
Sean, is it O'Malley? Is that how you say the last name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Who you got? All right, shit. All right, this is Movisar Evloz. I'm gonna take a shot. I got the first name.
Movsar Evlov.
Nope.
Oh, for real?
Yep. Movsar Evloev.
Evloev. I didn't know the E wasn't an eh.
Yeah. Evloev. Got some news about him.
Guess I need a shot, huh? I got Islam Makachev.
There you go.
Is that close enough?
I feel like it's close enough for me.
Yeah, how'd I get so many Leon Edwards in here?
How many Leon Edwards did you get? I got a Leon Edwards in here too.
I got an untouchable.
All right, which one do you got? I got the champ Leon Edwards.
I got untouchable champ Leon Edwards.
All right, no, that's a better card.
That's a better one. That's a better one. Nice.
Let me get a shot though, because I
Let me get a shot though.
I fucked with that last name. Oh, there's still a lot left, huh?
I got a Matt Serra. That's a good card right there. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go through these. I got a couple of good ones. I got a Matt Serra. I got an Edson Barbosa. That's a good one right there.
Ooh.
I got a Jamal Hill too.
Oops.
Let's see. Let's see. Sean O'Malley, that's a good card right there. Mozart Evloev, let's bring him back. Evloev. Got a Tony Ferguson. You know,
by the end of next year, I'll be on point with my pronunciation.
I got a Brandon Raw Dog Royval.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Brandon Raw Dog Royval.
Oh, I got him. No, I don't got him. He was in the other.
I like this. This is a cool card. So it's like a concept fantasy match. It's Kamaru Usman and Matt Hughes.
Oh, okay.
So that's pretty fly.
I keep on dropping shit.
Name of my new album. I keep on dropping shit.
Yeah.
Crunch Time card. I don't know how special this is, but this is the Islam.
I think that's sponsored by like Captain Crunch cereal.
Bro, that's fire.
That's pretty. Yeah, I think I look at the way the Crunch Time is written.
Man, that's fire.
Yeah, bro.
It even looks like the back of a cereal box, low key. Right here, it has nutrition facts on that.
Oh, we got a motherfucking word.
There's a Wordle on the back.
A word search.
Like, who would break the roof of your mouth?
Yeah.
Crunch Time.
Yeah, yo, bro. I'm a big fan of Captain Crunch. That's definitely my favorite.
Quick, favorite cereal, go.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch out of everyone? Let's see.
Original. Not even with the little berries and shit. I'm talking about original.
Damn, this is straight.
Straight up, like.
Tear the roof of your mouth up. Just it might as well just be rocks, bro.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how much milk you put in it. I feel like you bite into one, you're always like.
You can hear that
You're
shit
like,
a mile
I'm bleeding,
away.
but it's good.
Eating glass.
I feel like I don't know, man. I feel like you can't beat like a Raisin Bran Crunch with the double raisins.
Damn, man, that's wild.
That's a wild.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
You could beat it though.
Yeah, you could beat it. Golden Grams, that's another one. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is always a hitter. Frosted Flakes.
Frosted Flakes.
Shout out Frosted Flakes.
I fucks with Frosted Flakes way more now than I used to. I'll tell you that.
I don't even eat cereal anymore. I used
Me
to.
neither.
But
Bro, honestly,
Honey
I don't
Smacks.
either, but
Every now
all
and then,
them stuff.
Honey Smacks are crazy. Those are
that
good ones.
is crazy. What about
all right, last one, a little bit.
damn, another
You already know. Let's just run through these.
Hell yeah. Fucking I'm a Honey Nut Cheerios kind of guy sometimes.
Honey Nut Cheerios is crazy. That's a good one.
Sometimes, like, if I want to be like, oops.
It's a cool card, but it's Grant Dawson. You know what I mean?
Holographic.
Holographic.
It was a cool card.
Oh, I got a Stairmasters. I got a Chuck Liddell.
Hey, okay.
Ooh, I got another the Untouchables kind of card.
Oh no, I got the best card in the world, but I'm gonna keep that one for.
Is it Iron Gary or
I got a card
Ian Gary,
that'll
take a shot.
beat.
Oh,
take a shot.
Let me get that.
Yeah.
Shots.
I got the best card, and nobody can beat it.
Hell
Nobody can beat it, man.
What you got? What you got?
Dog, I got a limited edition Herb Dean.
Oh,
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
got a limited edition Herb Dean.
Damn, you got a Herb Dean
I didn't even
card.
know they made referee cards.
the man,
That's how
that's
you
a
know Herb
legend,
Dean's
man.
the man, bro.
That's facts, bro.
Shout out Herb Dean.
I want a Bruce Buffer card.
Yo, hold on. I don't even know who's right here, but I'm gonna have to move y'all. You're getting Herb Dean.
Anderson Silva, but
From
all
the
right.
city. I say this is Silva though. It's disrespectful. Herb Dean though.
You know what's funny? My first card I pulled is an Anderson Silva.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you this one because I know that you love this one.
Okay. Sergey? Yeah.
Sergey.
Sergey.
Uh huh.
It's Sergey.
And the last one.
Sergey.
Okay.
Pavlovich.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You got it.
Let's see what I got in this,
I
man.
got an Anthony Smith. Harlow. Okay.
Like I'm surprised that we didn't get anybody that's on this card like
Sean
that.
O'Malley. I think I got the same cards you had on the last
Damn, I
one.
got a Cyril Gahn.
Tony Ferguson.
That's a good one. I'll take him. I got a Chael
Oh,
Sonnen.
what's this? What's this? Oh,
Gilbert Burns.
this might be a shot right here, bro.
All right, let's see.
It's another untouchable. We're going.
It might be easier to see it on the back of the
Oh,
card.
thank you, my boy. Shavkat
Oh,
Rachmanov.
you got it. You got it.
Nice.
You got it. Let's go.
That was tough though.
So he's the next guy that people think is going to get a title shot against Bilal. So they think right now it's either going to be Shavkat or it's going to be Kamaru Usman who's going to fight Bilal. Here's my thing: Shavkat is on like I think a 12-fight win streak, all finishes.
Yeah.
Every single, or I think maybe like 1 or 2 decisions, but actually no, I think it's 12
Defeated
finishes.
Neil Magny via
Oh,
submission.
dude, he choked him up standing up.
Jesus.
Standing
Yo,
up
this
in like a bulldog. Like he had him like this,
Crazy.
like a little kid, and he was just like
Mongolian?
yeah, I think so. He comes up with the hat.
Oh, the sambo,
Anybody
sambo
listen?
style.
Listen, everybody wants to
bro.
know something about real quick. I'm gonna put you on game, right? When it comes to betting on UFC, if they come out with any hat, and especially if it has fur and or a feather, and they have a flag you've never seen before, that's the winner. That's the winner.
It's become like, see, these people that are like Sean O'Malley or Leon Edwards or like these Conor McGregor when he fucked Khabib. Like, I'm starting to realize, like,
dude, the Herb Dean.
You guys are not bad.
Yeah, that was fire.
It's these Sambo niggas are just too good. Yo, bro,
so good.
It's like they can't be beat out here. They're really so dominant.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, what are we gonna do with that? Like, you have
somebody got to do
It's
something.
the lifestyle, bro.
That's what I'm saying when it comes to like the Sean O'Malley. You're like, oh, they kind of like discredit him. It's like, yes and no. They get him, but then it gets to a point where they're like, yo, listen, that's the winner.
It's like Sean O'Malley, like he was like probably practice against
and they're not gonna
wrestlers.
take him down.
Like, oh, I'm good against wrestlers. I can wrestle. It's like, no, Sambo's different. This ain't just wrestling.
No, man. That's what it's scary. You see the Ovs and the Armada Medovs and all those other guys, and you're like, yeah, they're a problem. Like they're here and they're here to stay.
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
here to stay.
To the point where
who's gonna tell them else?
So literally, Khabib said this. Khabib had his reign, and then he was like, now it's Islam's reign, and then they said, and then it's gonna be Umar's reign, and it's gonna be that whole region of Dagestan is just going to run MMA in every weight class. The only thing I haven't seen heavyweights. Yeah. We haven't seen big guys come from there yet.
There's somebody that fights Sambo. I forget his name. He's definitely one of them, but I forget. I don't know. He's not someone that too big right now though.
Let me see. I think there's a light heavyweight.
I feel like eventually
Magomed Ankalaev. Is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah.
He's a light heavyweight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, him. Yeah, him. I think it's like the one. Other than that, all the other Russians are like big strikers, like the Sergey Pavloviches and whatnot.
Yeah. Eventually, they gotta adapt. So we're gonna see people that are not Kazakhstan or whatever.
No. We'll see.
Start at some point.
American wrestling was a big one for a while.
You have to like adapt. Like, do you think like the UFC will adapt to it? Like, we'll start like everybody's on Sambo style.
I think so.
Like,
it's
it's the only way to beat it.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier. When you have a generation of fighters like the Chuck Liddells and whatnot, and then they pass, somebody else, the new generation starts, they pick up the good things from the previous one.
Yeah.
So you have people now that are, instead of like we were talking about training in boxing or kickboxing or wrestling, they train MMA. That they just know the sport and they see what works and what doesn't. Like Bilal, what did Bilal do on his way up? He's like, I'm going over there. I'm learning from Khabib. I'm joining the team. Like I gotta. That's
someone
what's
else is gonna be the next Bilal. Well, he's like, I'm not from there, but I'm gonna learn this.
Yeah. Or you find out something that works. Because one thing that's going to be a big help is starting November, they're going to allow knees to a grounded opponent.
Hell yeah.
And I guess 12 to 6 elbows. I don't really think the 12 to 6 elbows is going to be that big of a difference, but I think the knees to a grounded opponent, that's when the wrestlers are going to be going to have trouble and they're going to be in a lot of problems. Because I watched a video the other day of them showing what it looks like. Bro, there's going to be a lot of people that get downed and immediately going to get a knee to the face. And then if you don't recover right away, you're done.
You gotta be careful. Fucking a lot of people gonna be caught with their hand on the ground, thinking it's
safe,
yeah.
thinking it's
okay.
sweet.
Yeah,
nope.
Boom, knockout.
Nope. And then that brings me to my next point of somebody who I think is going to utilize it very well. All right, guys, we keep going off on tangents, so let's wrangle this one back up. So we got Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree, the main event of UFC 307.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I think Khalil Roundtree is going to be somebody that's going to definitely take advantage of those knees to a grounded opponent because that man fights like you owe him money.
Wait, it's official now? You can do it?
No, in November.
Oh,
but I'm saying like after this fight, like he'll be able to, you know.
Oh, gotcha.
I just think he's the way he fights. Like he's like I've never seen somebody really do a ground body kick. So you know how you were just describing somebody with like the hand down and they're like on one knee with their hand down.
Yeah.
Like he kicks people in the stomach when they're like that.
Oh.
Like he doesn't give you a moment to catch up. Like he literally will just assault you as you're trying to survive.
I'm a big fan of like knees and elbows.
As well as you should be. That's why I said I can't pick one either which way on this one because I'm also a fan of that Muay Thai. So when I found out that this man went to Thailand to go train Muay Thai, that's my life dream. That's what I've never trained in any MMA, and I will go to Thailand right now. Go spend 3 months
meditating on at a volcano.
What in Thailand?
For what?
What? What? Be careful in Thailand. Be careful in Thailand.
All right, noted.
We're gonna be out there like fucking Batman and Batman Begins. In the mountains, fucking.
I'm gonna come back a weapon, bro.
Yeah.
The only way that these other fighters can adapt, bro, they have to like get a bear early and just start wrestling bears.
That's what Khabib
bro.
did. He was
That's
fighting
what
a
I'm
bear.
saying.
Alex, hey,
Have a
listen.
pet bear.
We're going back to this one right now. Alex was posted up with a moose the other day. What's a harder fight, fighting a bear or a moose? As a human,
Definitely a bear. Bears can take down mooses.
Bro,
but it was a baby
mooses
bear.
are huge.
Baby bear
bro.
versus a full-grown moose.
Mooses are huge, but
Mooses are like dinosaurs, my
yeah,
nigga.
but if you're fighting I wouldn't want to fight either. But I'm saying I would be more afraid if it was like a grizzly bear coming
Mooses
at
get
me.
into car accidents, and the car is not okay, and the moose is.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
literally.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mooses are huge, man. Have you seen one?
Is it just me, or should they be? Should it be meese?
Yeah.
Meeses?
Well, if it's two moose.
No, it's always more
Yeah, I know.
more than one moose
The
is always
plurals, yeah.
moose. But I feel like it should be meese. If goose or geese, it should be meese.
Bunch of meese.
That's how you know we've been here too long. If goose or geese, they should be meese.
I've never seen a group of moose. Them motherfuckers are lone wolves out there.
They really do.
They don't fucking fuck with nobody but themselves.
I'm not gonna lie. When I see one in nature, as like great as it look, I'm terrified.
Yo.
Like if they,
Yeah,
I
I
feel
get
like if they
close.
catch me, it's over,
Good
bro.
thing you're not as violent as you should be.
They are though. They are though.
As they should be.
Oh no, yeah. You're like you could be way worse.
You could be way worse.
You could be like if there was like a pack of moose in your neighborhood, they could run the town, bro.
They could literally like take your house down.
Yeah, if they
No, I'm
wanted
climbing
to.
a tree. Climbing a tree.
I'm climbing a tree. They can,
Grizzly bear, you can't climb a tree.
No, they
It's a wrap.
chase you, bro, so fast. All right, maybe we go with the bear. I don't know, man.
The black bear.
But shout out the moose,
The grizzly bear. Black bear, you know.
I seen a video of somebody like that came across a black bear recently, and he looked scared. But I was thinking like, yo, that bear ain't shit. I would take that black bear out.
You
easy.
think
Yeah.
that? But no.
Nah, yeah, 100%. They're not as big as
I'd
grizzlies.
rather fight
How
with
many
a black
gorillas
bear
do you
over-
think it takes to take down one like brown bear?
Oh, I said black bear.
All right, no, but
Yeah.
brown bear.
Oh, brown bear. Brown bears are
Bigger than a
way
black bear.
different.
Yeah.
Wait, are we talking about brown bear is also a grizzly bear?
Yeah.
Because there's also just a regular brown bear, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't
Honestly, I don't know, but like,
Uneducated.
No, but right, uneducated. But I feel like I feel like a grizzly bear would take down a gorilla bear.
Yeah, but I'm saying how many gorillas would it take? Silverback.
Oh, probably two.
Two?
Like, if they're working together.
silverbacks are huge too,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, but a
It's kinda
bear?
like- I think I searched this
If
one.
it's one-on-one, I'm gonna go with
searched
the
this
bear.
one before, and I don't know who won, but
I think it's 3 or 4 gorillas to one brown bear / grizzly bear.
Yeah, bro, their claws, their paws, bro, over a like. Yeah, but if the gorilla has a weapon, I can pick up a stick.
Finna pull up to the zoo?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I don't know, man.
He's gonna swing from a fucking tree, land on them.
Has to be,
choke 'em out,
has to be the
guillotine.
environment. Has to be the
Rear
environment.
naked
You know?
choke.
Yeah, exactly.
They can use their limbs better.
So Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree.
Alex Pereira is a grizzly bear.
So
bro.
Alex is on his 3rd title defense. Let's
Let's bring that back. Let's bring it back.
Bring it back.
We're going
Bring
to
it
the
back.
Nature Channel right now.
Right. So Alex is on his 3rd title defense. He's had a historic couple of years, man. This dude is the superstar of the UFC, in my opinion. There's
Yeah.
nobody in the UFC that's a bigger star than him, and he doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
Like, make it chama. That's all he says, man.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
He just grunts.
He's literally
That's all
just
you need to
taking the
say.
UFC by storm. He came in, he was like the villain to Izzy's story. I think it was Chuck Mendenhall that coined it, that it was like, maybe this isn't Izzy's story, this is Alex's story. Since
Yeah.
then, he's won and lost the middleweight title, moved up to light heavyweight, claimed the light heavyweight belt, and has been reigning supreme up there. And now people are clamoring for him to move up to heavyweight and fight for the heavyweight belt. What can he do? There's literally, this man is Superman as of
really-
right now.
yeah.
I do want him to go to heavyweight.
Khalil is on a 5-fight win streak right now. Like I said earlier, the man fights like you owe him money.
Yeah.
Look, strategic, very
Yeah.
strategic, insane fight IQ. The man literally moved to Thailand to train full-blown Muay Thai because he knew it was a hole in his game. One of his only losses
Smart.
is when he fought, I think it was his debut, when he fought Johnny Walker. And Johnny Walker put him in a Muay Thai clinch and elbowed him and KO'd him. He was like, oh, I don't know how to get out of that. Let me go to Thailand and learn from the best. And now he came back and he's fighting like you owe him money. And it's $1.50, bro. It's not even anything crazy. It's $1.50. The man hasn't fought outside of the Apex. Put that into perspective. He hasn't fought in front of a big crowd.
Yeah.
He hasn't been a main event fighter. He's ranked number 8.
Yeah.
He got suspended for what is it? An undisclosed substance that was banned by the UFC. It wasn't a PED. It was just something that they don't allow for recovery purposes. He doesn't take it on purpose. It was mixed in the supplements that he hires.
Man.
He literally hired a company that was supposed to like supply him with supplements in his meals, and they put something in there that it wasn't supposed to be. And he right away when he found out, he told the UFC, and he was like, "Listen, this is in there. It's going to come out. I'm just going to let you know now. I will take 100% responsibility. I trusted them. They let me down, but it's my fault. I should have done my due diligence." And they're like, bet.
It's a scary game, man.
You got to know what you're eating,
bro. When it comes to like
you don't know.
Someone handling your nutrition and your...
Yeah.
And the worst part is it wasn't anything crazy. Like I said, it wasn't like steroids or anything like that. It was just, I forget what it was, but it was something that like is kind of helping you to recover a little bit, but not like a legitimate PED, a performance enhancing drug.
Like,
it wasn't anything that was like,
what if I went to GFC,
this is going to boost you up?
Got some like...
That's who you got to be careful with. You can't do that. You can't do that either.
Can't even go to
I think at
GFC
this
and
point,
just, like
every fighter should just, I don't know, the UFC should just supply that at this point. You go directly through them. Because at this point,
let me know what's really like allowed or not.
Because
I just took this and this thinking it was just creatine.
And even then, with the, apparently, according to Khalil, the company that he hired, it was just that one batch that was tainted. It wasn't like so he had ordered from them before, so they had let him know, like, yo, we accidentally messed up, He claimed full responsibility. They still banned him, and they still gave him a title shot because he's that much of an exciting fighter. You know what it is to be ranked number 8, and they're like, buddy, title shot. Like that. You play UFC. How many fights do you needed to be able to get to the title shot? Quite a few, bud.
You had to decline a lot.
You're in the top 5 for a little bit. You're in the top 5 for a little bit. They make you fight like 4, 3, and then 2, and then you get the title shot. He was ranked number 8, and they're like, listen, that Muay Thai you do, that's crazy. Get in here.
Like, we want to see that.
I definitely don't rush to that title fight either. I definitely try to get.
Nah, you want to build it up.
I like to get a lot.
You want to start it with very high hype. You know what I mean? You want the crowd excited.
I get a lot of fights in before I like. Nah, I'll decline that. Let me fight this dude first.
Yeah. I feel like
Prohaska.
Yeah,
if you're about to lose, do you just like restart it real quick? Turn off the PlayStation?
I take that L. I have a couple. She's like the GOAT is on easy. Everything else is not.
Yeah.
So I have one L.
The GOAT is to let off some steam.
That's the one where you just like, I'm about to just fucking kill people.
Yeah.
First round knockouts. Just because. Get the confidence up.
Exactly.
Laying the spinning heel kick.
Yeah.
I think that one's gonna be the fight of the night. One of the most exciting fights we're gonna see in a long time. I don't think that this is gonna be one where they're gonna shy away from pulling the trigger on like hitting each other. I will say like Khalil's a really good counter striker. Okay. So I do think the first round maybe they'll get a feeling out process. The thing with Alex is that off button in that left hand.
Bro, you see Sean Strickland talk about it?
Bro. You saw Sean Strickland get knocked out. That's why he knows exactly what happened.
He's just like, it doesn't matter. You think you got it. Like, yo, he's not that scary. But the thing is, he was like, oh, it's my hardest punch, like, he might be able to eat it and not get knocked out. Yeah. Getting a punch from Alex is like,
there's also a height difference. I think it's like 6'4" versus 6'1". The reach, I think, is kind of similar, but that's still kind of a disadvantage. Let me see. Let's pull up the official.
Wait, his last fight wasn't it with who? Hill? Wait, who did Pereira fight last?
Hill,
right?
Yeah, that was a 302 when they had that weird it was like the oh no, wasn't that 300?
Yeah, because I remember.
Was it Prohaska?
Hill was kind of like.
It was Yuri. There was a rematch with Yuri. Was his last fight.
Oh, yeah. Yuri was his last fight.
That was pretty impressive.
Oh, he fought Hill right before that.
It was Yuri. He beat Yuri, and then he fought Jamal Hill, and he beat Hill, and then he fought Yuri again, and then he cleaned Yuri.
Yeah, he got him that time. But Hill was complaining. He was like, even though Pereira got him, but Hill was like, oh, he ended up calling the ref.
It's a weird one.
When he called the ref. And he stopped calling the ref, and then he knocked him out or knocked him down.
Here's where it's a weird one because there is the whole thing with the ref. I think the ref should have fully stopped it. Herb Dean, you're on the thing. Come on. But at the same time, Hill does throw the first punch.
Yeah. So if you throw a punch, then
and at the same time, like if let's say like if I'm the ref and I think it's a low blow kick, and I want to stop it, and then he goes like, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I would be, oh, okay, I thought it was. And I'll let him fight, you know what I'm saying? So, he must have like...
Yeah, Hill was complaining because of stands or something right after all that.
Well,
I don't know.
It literally was as the ref is like starting the fight, so there's like a whole slow-mo video of the breakdown of this. Yeah. As the ref is starting the fight, Alex takes like a leap step to close the distance. Get it closer, so when the fight is like fully started, like he's Jamal throws out like a feeler jab, and then he's already got the left hook. Yeah, like, he's ready. So bang, like he just cleans him. Like it was like he took advantage of it. It's like he did the nut shot and then gets the KO. That's why it looks kind of like, it's a little scummy, but I don't know. It's a weird one. But that's the game,
But
man.
if you do watch it, it's like, bro, you did kick him in the nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like most cases.
Yeah, but he was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
He was like, I'm good.
That was a kind of cheap shot. So.
I looked it up, and Alex has a reach advantage by like a few inches. So I feel like the height and the reach, it's going to be interesting to see how Khalil closes the distance to try to get, because like I'm telling you, you guys need to watch the highlights. Hands, the feet, the knees.
He has power.
Dude, he hits you so hard. Yeah. And he does something similar. It doesn't look like a big windup. It doesn't look like he's swinging for the fences. It's a simple hoop, and then you hear it hit, and it's punch, like bro. Bang! Like it's just, like his body kicks are crazy, son. It's like the video of Joe Rogan throwing that spinning kick where you just hear it sounds like a bullet shot next door. You're like, what is going on? And it's him just throwing a body kick. Simple. Nice and simple, easy. I think it's going to be a kickboxing like back and forth, and it's going to be very interesting to see who wins. Like I said, I have bias. I want Khalil to win. As much as I love like Alex and this dominant like championship reign that he has going on, Khalil winning would be really, really cool. I'm just such a big fan. But Alex, if he wins, heavyweight baby. Double champ. You think fight Tom Aspinall, John Jones, and Stipe. Get them out of here, bro.
Bro, that's let them retire.
They're done. Win, bro. Like, come on.
They're gonna have that fight. It's gonna be great. Whatever. Jones, I think gonna win.
Stipe, I think if he wins, he's fully gonna retire. I think if John Jones wins, I think there's a chance that he retires, but then there's also a chance that the chirping from Tom got to him, and he's like, I'm gonna shut him up. Yeah. And then we'll see who wins that one, and whoever's willing to fight him fights Alex at heavyweight.
I think Alex should definitely.
Alex, my thing though with him is that he talked about moving down to go back to 185 to go fight DDP again, or not again, but go fight for the middleweight championship again. And
how would you feel like going 3 different weight classes?
I feel like no one has ever. The thing is nobody's ever done it to hit 3 different weight classes and be champion in all 3. Oh, so for him, it would make more sense. I feel like at his size to move up and
then down.
Then I get because the thing is that like if anything, move up to heavyweight and then kind of come down to like back to light heavyweight, but don't do middleweight. Middleweight, it was too easy. Yeah, like for him to get hurt because you're cutting so much weight. Mm-hmm. I feel like he walks around comfortably at like the 205. He's able to like cut weight.
Like the way he cuts.
Heavyweight would be a problem. Heavyweight, he'd have to do a John Jones and kind of bulk up a little bit because you have to remember, like I said earlier, Francis, like he doesn't fight in the UFC, but guys like him naturally are like 265 pounds, which is the heavyweight limit. I don't think you can do well against a guy like that.
You know what I was going to talk to you about? You were telling me about now that UFC is considering doing boxing.
Yeah.
Dana White's going
Dana White last week he announced that he's basically looking into it. He said that he said he never says that he's going to do something and backs out of it. So he's I think there's just a lot of rumors. It's either they're going to I'm going to ask you. Do we think he buys out another organization and builds it up? Do we think he starts his own organization, or do we think he becomes a streaming platform for boxers to go through?
I feel like he might just do the partner route, just like WWE.
I think he becomes like he has his own promotions.
Because that's what I think he's like. He has Slap League, and he turned that into like a whole thing. He started that, I think.
Bro, from honestly,
he took the idea from other people. You know, not that he stole it, because a bunch of people do the same thing, but he made it what it is now. And that was like kind of a short turnaround. I feel like if he put the time and energy that he did from that into boxing, it would be big.
They definitely could.
It'd be huge.
If he took all of boxing and restructured it, that's what we want.
Yeah. Well, there's the whole thing with.
How would you restructure it though?
Like the UFC.
What, shorter rounds?
No, more so like not so many belts, not so many. Just literally
they have
like
that's
belts,
what I'm talking to you about the other day. It's like who do I know the bigger names and whatnot, but I don't. There's too many things. Like
too many.
It's a double-edged sword because the UFC, like, it's so easy for you to be able to watch it, but then it kind of shuts out so many of the other organizations. Yeah. You get into fighter pay, it gets a little weird. But boxing. 7 heavyweight championships or whatever the hell. They all fight each other. Sometimes they don't. They have different management. Sometimes the same one.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
And then out of nowhere, what's his name? His Highness or whatever, Turkey Al Sheikh comes out of nowhere and starts picking people and making the big ones. Like, what is going on?
It's a mess.
It's too much. It's too much.
I
get what you're saying. I think he just maybe we just make it its own organization that's under the UFC banner, Zuffa, whatever. Bring back Zuffa Boxing, and from there you just kind of get your own boxers, make it your own thing, put your UFC power of promotion behind it, and then maybe these other bigger names will sign up. The only issue, they get paid.
Yeah,
some boxers get paid.
Yeah,
crazy paid.
Dana White has a thing about him where people say that he don't really pay very well. So I don't know how those contracts go. Here's the thing. I know boxing is a big sport, and I know a lot of people watch. I don't know numbers who on average is making more money, but I will bet that with the power of promotion the UFC would be able to give them in terms of making them like mainstream stars globally, it would make sense for them to sign with some sort of organization like that if you're looking at it from that aspect. That's why people
they can do like a couple years within UFC boxing and then go.
Because it depends on what you want to do. Like you can sign here's the example. You could sign up for the PFL and hopefully you get into that weird tournament to try to win the $1 million at the end and you're a millionaire quickly, or you can join the UFC grind and become a millionaire, and then on top of that you have an insane social media following, other sort of interests in terms of branding deals you can get, et cetera,
and boxing
et cetera.
is really only like the top notch, the top of the top that really getting crazy, Brad.
Yeah.
It's like
when they own their own organization, like Canelo, like Mayweather, bro.
Well, isn't it like the thing where a lot of boxers do? They end up like then starting their own, and then
they do.
Just get paid out like crazy.
Then there's everybody else.
That's what I'm saying. That's too many things moving on all at once. I mean, it makes sense because that's the way that they get paid. So shout out to them for getting the money. But for the viewer, I'm like, who am I watching? Like casual viewer. I feel like I would love to see this type of thing explaining to casuals how to get into boxing. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Far from me.
The politics, especially with think about
that there's too much money, bro. There's way too
Mexican
much
boxing.
I don't like
cartel.
There's also like I don't like
Dana gonna get in there?
The padding. I feel like of records either. I got a whole crash course on the whole A side, B side. Like sometimes it's just like people that are set up to fight like these track. Like the whole Canelo fight recently. Like people were saying that the guy he was fighting was like it was a setup for him to get beat up. Like what happened was supposed to happen. But that's my thing.
It was easy, bro. And on top of that, at the very end of the fight, bro, they hugged it out like crazy. Like it looked like they were holding back. I mean, Canelo was.
Oh, if it looked like that, that's a little weird. But I feel like the whole thing with fighting is that you share something when you're in there. You put your bodies through that. So I get the whole sportsmanship of doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I just think that it'd be cool to have something a little bit more, I guess, like you said, structured, a little easier to kind of follow. Maybe we get these guys some bigger star power. He has that guy Callum Walsh that he's like promoting heavy. This is Dana White promoting him heavy. So he's already kind of like dipping his toe in the boxing side of things. So I think now it's just kind of like either just finding out what it is that he's talking about. Because like I said, it's either going to be starting his own promotion, buying one and building it up, or I don't know, facilitating in a weird way. They have like Fight Pass, having something on there where like boxing organizations just use the UFC for promotion or something like that, and then partnering that way. That could also be something that they do. So we'll see how it goes.
That's the only way Jake Paul is going to be in the UFC, bro.
Nah,
you might have to get a disguise. Like he snuck into the sphere. Y'all saw that?
Yeah, Dana White was like, he's not banned.
Yeah, it's like what?
He was like, why? He just did that. Like he's
doing too much, bro. You're doing too much. Or that's how Francis is coming back.
They could do it.
So do you think they'll be able to then mix? Like, say if they want to do boxing and then just jump right into MMA?
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like
I don't think so.
I feel like you'll see it a lot from like these.
I feel like they would allow it more.
They would allow it. What I think will happen is I think new people signing to the UFC will have different contracts. They will then have a clause that will allow them to get into boxing. But I find that like if they do it, it's two separate sports. You feel me? Like they're gonna try. They don't want too much bleeding because then you don't have a star in one set sport.
Yeah.
Like it's cool to have, like we were talking about earlier, Aldo, who had his UFC run and his MMA run. It was this great MMA fighter, had his retirement. I'm done with this sport. Now let me move on to another one. I understand that. But if you want to be a boxer, be a boxer. I don't see doing both. I don't think that that's going to be too well for you, because then also like people were criticizing Conor when he came back. He lost a karate stance. He focused too much on boxing, so his styles changed and it went for the worse. So I don't know if it's a good idea in that aspect.
Yeah, I get you.
I think if anything, you have a clause where it's like after this set of fights, you can then go transfer over into like the UBC, like you said, and they just kind of go. They just get into that.
Yo, Conor got to fight, bro.
He'll fight in 2025. It'll be something that'll happen later.
I was just watching the McGregor Forever on Netflix.
Yep.
And I was just like, he's. I understand he's lost a couple fights, but he still seems pretty good. I feel like he can beat a lot of people.
He's just entertaining,
except for the wrestlers and the submission people.
My thing is, he's in a weird spot where I think a lot of people would be okay with him fighting like a whatever, but I think a big thing is his name is so large and means so much. You have to put him against somebody that's either ranked in the top 3, let alone the top 5, the top 3,
for sure, you do.
Or is the champion.
Yeah.
And dude, you're gonna get killed.
Because even against Pereira, what's his name?
Michael Chandler.
What the fuck is his name?
Oh, Oliveira.
No.
Poirier,
yeah.
They ain't gonna do that fight again.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, even those fights, his stand up was pretty solid. Still, it was kind of just like.
Poirier kept
one
pulling
fight
up
was
his
like
shorts.
the leg kicks got to him first.
Poirier be pulling up his shorts.
Yeah, when he pulls up the shorts, you know it's wartime, baby.
And he broke his leg. I was just like,
it's pretty bad.
Conor McGregor was talking mad shit on the floor.
I'd be tight.
He's washed, man.
Yeah, no,
he's somebody that like. I like what he brings to the sport, but I'm tired of it, man.
Yeah.
No, I honestly, I'm a big fan of him. I just feel like he's in the point where he's getting too many injuries.
It's the injuries and the fact that I don't know what's going on with this whole like Chandler fight, because now Chandler, update,
man.
Chandler's now fighting Oliveira.
Yep.
In the meantime,
what is it
and
like?
Win or lose, he gets to fight Conor, but then if he wins, he gets to choose whether he wants to just fight Conor or he gets to get a title shot.
Yeah,
so shout out to Chandler for being able to pull that bag, but you also wasted like a year, my guy. I'm so sorry.
Exactly.
But then now, like I said, like dude, Conor, like cool. At least for me, I feel like there's a generation of people that started around the same time that I did.
I really like Conor, and then he started to become too reckless with his shit talking.
And my thing is, it's the shit talking did affect it, but for me, it's the performance wasn't living up to the hype, and I feel like it was such
After
a
Khabib got him, it was a wrap.
Dude, my thing is he never. I feel like he never got back to the hunger that like I said.
Yeah, it's just.
I started around 2019. A lot of these fighters that have these big names, I didn't get to see them in their prime. I had to go back, do my research, and now I see it. Unfortunately, Conor has lost that. I don't know what it is that he had. It was great. It was cool to see when he did the entrance.
Bro.
It's hard waking up or getting up to fight in silk sheets or whatever the saying is.
Watch those fights. He still got it. He's honestly like.
I'll check him out today.
Way too young. I don't want to see anybody at that age just stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you should continue try to be like. Think about all these. Most UFC fighters go fucking 40s for some reason. I don't know.
In those lower weight classes, it's like 35, and then from there it's the dip, and then usually by the time they hit 40, they're usually done.
Most sports are like.
But that's the thing is also with him. He's on his.
You guys saw the movie with Conor, Roundhouse?
Nah.
You didn't see it?
I want to see it though.
I saw it. It was alright.
But you heard it here first, folks. It's all right.
It was all right.
It's all right.
I'm gonna check it out.
He was definitely like.
You seen him like geeked up?
Yeah, he was geeked up. He was definitely geeked up the whole time. Yeah.
I feel like that's him now anyway. All right. That's a good spot to end on. Before we fully head out here, like I said, I have no pick in this main event. I hope everybody watches. I think it's going to be a war. I hope it is. These are two fighters that I'm very excited to see. Do you guys have a pick at all to give the people?
Pereira's going to take that, bro. I got Pereira.
All right, so they got Pereira. I got whoever the winner is. That's who I pick.
I know.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I feel like that one's just gonna be a great fight. I think everybody should watch. But before we head out of here, I just want to say a couple things. One, shout out to everybody that watches. Shout out to people that like, follow, subscribe, comment, share. The people that came over from 806 The Show. Shout out to 806 The Show for giving me the opportunity to hang out with these guys and put on the show. Shout out to Nerd Gods. Go check them out. They're a great podcast. Talk to that D&D talk. I post them all the time. Let's see. Shout out to Vibe Entertainment.
Yeah.
Shout out my mom and dad.
It's a vibe.
You know, without them,
yeah, you wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I feel like there's a lot of lot of people I just want to thank. You know, I feel like this is a cool experience, and I'm glad to bring this to you guys. You guys have any shout outs or anything you want to give up before we head out?
Shout out. Shout out Young Soldiers Success Group and Gem Body Alchemist.
Yeah, shout out Gem Body Alchemist. We actually did some work with them the other day. Great gym. Go check them out.
Yeah.
The people there are so welcoming. Shout out Eric, just a friendly guy, and really gave you the knowledge in what you were doing, so it wasn't just like run through the workout.
It was very clear that his knowledge is up there.
Oh yeah, you know when you meet somebody, you're like, oh, you know your stuff, man.
Oh yeah, you know
he was very much your stuff.
Going to that gym made me comfortable to go to, if we ever decide to, a Muay Thai gym.
Yeah.
Like
he put us on game. He put us on game.
Like, I might be down for all this extra shit.
Yeah, man.
I've been to a Muay Thai gym, bro. I went, trained probably for about a month, bro. It's tough. Respect to those people that stayed, man.
Yeah.
That's just tough.
Oh, I bet.
I've done boxing, but Muay Thai, yeah, it's tough.
I've been put onto a few Muay Thai gyms in the area. We're gonna have a couple of people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna reach out and see if we can get some people on. Maybe I'll go try out a couple classes.
I'll do it for a workout. You feel me?
I would. Honestly, I might just go pro. I don't know. You guys might see me not on this podcast for 3 months, and you'll be like, "Yo, Juan went to Thailand and he actually did it. He's training. He's a champion."
Just be careful out there.
Yeah. For what?
In Thailand, you know, people, you might get robbed. I've heard some crazy stories.
Yeah.
That's one of them stories, but I've heard a lot of crazy other stories.
I bet you
Rob,
have.
if you want to.
Yeah.
Fucking get shot.
It's like, yeah.
Fuck around trying to rob me, I'm telling you.
But for this Justin, RAG, the heavyweight champion, I'm Juan Bread, and we out.
Yeah.
So funny.
Fucking little Thailand motherfuckers trying to rob me. Swear to God.